The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
This is it! Play team! Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
24! Check, 22, check, Bama. Check, 22, check, Bama.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Taylor. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
25, check 25, check 31.
Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
The Browns take over. Good work, boys. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 lining. 15 lining. 6-man. Check now.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Rock it. Hit it.
Elliott running right. He takes this for 3 to the 29. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Watch the run. Watch the safety creep. Sponge. Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. That good for 19 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Jags grab it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
And it is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Watson, off play action. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Set. 19. 19 to 9. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. 24.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Watson now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now it's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Look at me. Go.
A first down carry by Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. The tackle by Quincy Williams. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Break. Mike, 44 Mike. Check. I got you, son. Fire.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Roy.
Now Trubisky. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Elliott. And some room to work. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak that the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, exit.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's Elliott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On first down, it's Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
15 line. 15 line. 5.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Delta. Check.
Here's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check it back, check it back. Hey, 155. Kill. Get him all. West. Ball. 55.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Mark 38. Mark 38. Mark 34. And bring it. Mike 38. Mike 38. 24. Switch.
Out of the gun, Watson. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Switch up. Mark 38. Mark over. Mark 38. All day, every day, any day. Mike 38. Mike 38.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. On first down, it's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Watson. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And Diggs has it. The 20. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it in.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more.
Makes the score Browns 31, Jaguars nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, what's that? 19, 24. You can't block me. 58.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Watson, that one complete. He finds Shark. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 35. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, here's Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Points down, he's coming. Mark 38. Watch the slant, watch the slant. At 59, 64. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go down late again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Hey, team 6.
Looking here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Hartley now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Browns, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.